I think I'm live. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, it's a lovely day. Good morning. Good morning to you. But actually, I woke up this morning with this little old Girl Scout song on my mind. It goes like this. Rise and shine and sing out your glory, glory. Rise and shine and sing out your glory, glory. And we used to have to go like this. Rise and shine and sing out your glory, glory. Children of the Lord. Now see, it doesn't sound like it's a Girl Scout song, but believe it or not, we did that in random round. You know, I used to sing around when you were little. We used to do that. Good morning, Meg. I like your little heart. Good morning, Marina. Good morning, Lena. Good morning. Oh, thank you for my little singing. Good morning, Nadisha. Good morning, Teresa. I'm sorry I missed your call, sweetheart. I was trying to see if what time it was, because sometimes it's just I'm in conflict doing stuff, or I may have like taken a nap. Okay, so we'll get it together. All right. Good morning, Gemma. Good morning, Anna. Good morning, Allison. Good morning. Oh, Lena, you so good. You know, you keep reminding us all to make sure that we're doing our hands and massaging all of those organ and acupressure points that even though it seems lightweight, it seems like there's not much to it. Oh, the goodness that we are doing for ourselves. It's wonderful. Good morning, Elisa. Good morning, Linda. You did too. Good. Because it was a camp song. Now, you know I grew up in LA, so we were over in Catalina Island singing that one. All right. I'm so glad I had an identifier. And good morning, Catherine. Good morning, Pablo. Oh, yes. Good morning, Heather. All right. I know the hands diagram is ridiculous. Because you know what happens? He keeps saying he's going to tell me. And then later on, after he does divine current breathing, shoop, it's gone. So I think I'm just going to, I was trying to get on the Facebook and accidentally go, oh, perfect. So I'm glad it wasn't something like, oh, I need to catch you. Okay, perfect. Okay. All right. Now let's see. Good morning, Margaret. I hope you're still celebrating your birthday, because your birthday, everybody, loving beautiful souls, is your personal Happy New Year. So don't you just celebrate that one day. You better do it like, you know, like this whole week, this whole month, it belongs to me. Stuff like that, you know. All right. Okay, so I think I can let this go. It's a beautiful morning. It's a beautiful afternoon. It's a beautiful evening. It's a beautiful night. It's yours to create just the way you want to. And that's the way we start this day on this particular video here. It's all in your little lovely hands. Why? Because it's your divine gift. It's your actual, it's a part of the creation that we're in. That's why you say, well, what am I going to do today? Well, today, when you say today, it's all yours. So you do it the way you want to. And even if it is nighttime, you still, what would I like? What would I like to do? Let me work it out. And even if you are in a state where you're like, ooh, I don't like the way things are going right now. Good morning, Anna. Even if you don't like the way things are going right now, you know we have inherent ability to create and change on a dime. My mom used to say, you remember now, you have the ability to stop on a dime and give a nickel change. Isn't that a country saying? But my mom used to say stuff like that. There's all these little quick sayings that my mom and my dad used to do, and so they're very like common territory for me to spin them out. And so I think that's an amazing statement, because of what it indicates. Things are just so fast. It's a good morning, and if you can stop on a dime and pop a nickel change, that's some quick stopping. So I always say, be able to about face, be able to scrap the whole thing and start over without having your emotions in it. whatever. Just do your thing and let yourself emanate and vibrate the truth of who you are, whatever it is, like I said. Okay, my dears? I love you so much, and this is your life. The whole thing for me is to help you walk it in a more confident, authentic self place. Okay? So you're not just like, oh goodness, now who's gonna lead me here? This is your life. There's a reason why we come through the birth canal one at a time, you see. Even people who have twins. Hey, beautiful! That's not Danielle. Wait a minute. Is it Danielle? I always forget the ESC life. I'm going to do better. Okay. So, now let's see. Today, the topics are, I'm gonna try to do a few because I caught the last minute for Vinny Viv. I caught the last minute. So today the topics are sentient, which is the carryover, right, from yesterday, and then knowing, and then I'm gonna see if I can scrape the surface with ego and boundaries. Okay? All right, let's see if we can do this. It's a good morning. It's a good day. It's ours, and we can create it just our way. All right, my dears. Sentient. Now, sentient is one of those things when you find it deals with perception. Now, remember I said, I believe it was just yesterday, but that when we're looking in the common dictionaries, the one we can just Google up right quick, it seems there's a shift toward the mental. And, is it? ESC is you, Elisa. All this time. Oh, okay. I actually know now. That laugh is going to make me remember. Oh, my dears. Oh, thank you. And this is embroidery, Thank you. Because Linda said she liked my dress. Okay. Now, sentient is one of those things that relates to senses. But when you look it up, it'll say something like able to perceive or work with being able to feel. It's an ability, not a state of being. Okay? So I was taught different. And as I look through like dictionary and stuff, there's still a lot of the way I was taught out there, which is sentient has to do with being a feeling being. Excuse me. So I was taught more of like a state of being. So sentient is a state of being. So not just in the nature of being a person, like in the human package, like a tree is a sentient being. And it had to do also with having a heart center to be able to feel and have a gateway to work through. So even all of nature, like different types of flowers, even the like the mushroom kingdom and all of these different things is still sentient beings. It's just when we're talking, see, sentient when it comes to people is supposed to be, according to what I was taught, it's supposed to also have a soul spirit connection with the heart. So that's what magnifies and expands the feeling nature of the being. Okay, so that's kind of the old stuff, but the new stuff that you'll find on a daily basis is going to say like the ability to perceive or feel. Okay, all right. So you can't get away from that. You can't turn it off. That's the whole point. You are a feeling being. That's just what it is. And even though some of us don't participate in a lot of feelings, we are divine design feeling beings. Okay, my dears. All right. Ooh. Knowing. Here we go. Let me drink some water because I let myself get dehydrated yesterday. So okay, knowing. This is another one I'm gonna have like a little tiny issue with. All right. So gosh, you guys are gonna be like, oh my goodness. Excuse me, you guys. I'm going through it a little bit. Okay, so knowing. You will not believe what I found. What I actually found was there is a perception that knowing is of a secret nature. So listen to this. All right, knowing. And this was found in the common like googly dictionary stuff, okay? So, knowing, showing knowledge or awareness that is secret or known to only a few. I actually found that. I was like, what? I actually responded that way within myself because it's actually not. Knowing is an actual state of being as well. And you can find more accurate descriptions because there's also done. Knowing has to do with being done in full awareness or consciousness. That's closer to what I understand it to be. It is a state of being. So for when I do the Segmet dictionary, for when I describe knowing, and with the teachings that I've already been issued or empowered in, it is the ability through awareness to be connected. So there's a knowing, the connectedness to pure consciousness within your present moment, within thyself in your present moment. So there's a knowing of how to navigate life. There's a knowing of how to sit, be still, and know. You see, sit, be still, and have an awareness. There's a knowing about allowing. You know how allowing, this topic seems so intangible sometimes. Well, when you allow yourself to connect through your own awareness and your own consciousness, the knowing expands. See, knowing is a state of being that you actually get into and expand in. And there's a big part of our culture right now, modern culture, that perceives it to be a part of knowledge from the outside, that somebody must inform you. Like, as in the need to know basis. You know, we've seen movies where, you know, the general comes in and goes, "Oh, Lieutenant, I'm telling you this, that's a need to know basis, and you're not in a position where you need to know, sir." Right? Okay. You can tell my drama. I'm off the chain. So there you go. So that's knowing. It's a state of being and very connected. It's a good morning. It's a good morning. And no one can deny that you have knowing. No one can deny that you have a sense of knowing. And this is not something that can be measured by people outside of you. Only you can gauge your level and your degree and your expansion of knowing. It's one of those things. You see how modern culture has a lot of things kind of flipped on its head, okay? So we're just going to push on through. It's a good morning. Good morning. Yes, my dears. All right, now let's see if really quick I can address some of the, let me see. Hold on, because I wrote it down right here. Give me a second. Let me see. I'm doing stuff I don't normally do this morning. All right, I got a yellow cup this morning. Okay. Now, ego, that was a part of, I believe, Lena, I think, where she put in releasing ego as a topic. Now, I want to be very clear about this because there is like a general acceptedness or an understanding that you can release your ego. No, you cannot. And ego is not this thing that, you know, how a lot of people refer to it in a bit of a negative way. I won't say a negative way, but kind of like negative connotation. Like there's like a back door on it. Like, ooh, you're in your ego. Okay, so ego, when we are in these bodies, this is the stuff that allows us to be self-defined. Like the stuff that connects the I am from pure consciousness and I am presence into the blend of this physical vessel, physical existence here in this realm. So as long as we're in a body, we actually, you wouldn't want to be free from your ego. Now, choice making, that's a whole separate area. But let me just explain this. This I can explain because you know how I have insider trading on consciousness because of how many times I've been in and out of the body on the other side. Well, let me explain. On the other side, you still have awareness of thyself. It's just not with this willness of having your way. Like I just want to make sure. Oh, it's not so rich with desire and wants. That's probably the best way to have it. So sometimes people equate the desire and wants part with ego stuff. Maybe, that's the way that it's accepted. However, as we grow as a species, because we are shifting, like we're actually becoming a new species under the sun, which is fabulous. The meaning of things and the way we've studied things, like our great psychologists like Freud and Nietzsche and all these people, they were studying under a different set of standards. So we're going to be walking into a different set of understanding who we are and how we operate in every moment. Just allow yourself to expand into all that you are as we are in this shift right now. This is a very fortunate thing to be able to witness it ourselves. So even on the other side, there'll be a bunch of us later on saying, I was there, I was there, I was there. Okay? So just know that the whole ego thing is not to be released. Like you cannot actually release it. You cannot. This is just one of those things that you learn to work from your I am presence, your true, authentic self, expanding it from going inside, which is the divine current breathing and that whole secret that everything expands through the gateways that we all are becoming. I'm just a little bit ahead of y'all, but we all are becoming, okay? And so then, to be able to allow all of that as we shift and not get into the meanings of what it should be and how it's supposed to be. Right now, we're in a toss-up, where everything we thought we knew is not necessarily so. Right now, we're in a place where maybe the stuff that seems so foreign will now become very familiar. You see? All right, my dears. All right, and that last little part, we're going to go into our divine current breathing. Let me see. I'm going to answer questions, I'm sorry. Yeah, so peachy. You guys know I like peach and terracotta and apricot, all those little tones, Thank you. Oh, good morning, Allison. I don't think I said good morning earlier to you. All right, my dear. Good morning, Sue. I didn't see you earlier. Okay. Oh, thank you about my cup. And oneself. Uh-oh. Let's see. Will it let me see? Okay, that's it. All right, so this is pretty good. All right, it's a good morning. It's a lovely, lovely day to have your way, my dears. And the last one that Vinny Viv threw in right quick was boundaries. So it's just real quick. Boundaries, just like what's in the word. This is all Segmet. I had no time to look it up. I'm just willing to address it right quick. So because it's Friday and then we're gonna have our little time where we go over the weekend back to Monday. So I wanted to throw it in case I forget or in case we totally are in a new mood on Monday. So boundaries is just like what's in the word. Boundaries. So bound, to be bound or to put limits, boundaries. And so the way we do it in our particular life is it's a set of lines, or just like there are movies where they draw a line and they say, do not cross that line or else there'll be a fight on your hands, things like that. So when we are growing up in healthy environments, which who knows what healthy is, that's like a word like normal. To me, you just deal with each day as it comes and you start to learn how you become a creative being together in with source energy, and you get better and better and better at it with practice of living more days. That's if you choose to. But when you're setting boundaries, you're basically setting limits of how you will operate and also how others will operate with you. And it's not necessarily written on paper. It's not necessarily spoken out with clear words, but there's something that's in you that lets people know energetically, oh, I better not do that with that particular person. You know, it's the thing that is there where some people can be preyed upon versus other people. They don't seem to get preyed upon. There's also where some people feel taken advantage of on a daily basis, maybe even in something as common as the workplace, and other people, they just never deal with it. That's usually an energetic boundary type thing, because people can feel and sense. However, we have the authority on that. We have the authority. And when we get used to having lower or weaker boundaries as far as how other people will respect or disrespect or do things, there's patterns. This is a broad subject. So you just have to know in a general sense what we have time to do this morning is that it's a type of limit that we operate in. It's setting limits so that people don't walk up to you and just and spill all of their junk onto you. There are limits that go, hey, you can take that junk back with you. I don't give you permission to do that. And please don't bring it again. Don't make me repeat myself, okay? So there's ways to just handle it. I'm a very out person. I don't mind the actual conflict. I don't mind getting into it and resolving it on the spot. But for a lot of people, the way people are, it's not comfortable. It's not comfortable. So that's why I'm saying this whole transformation shift that we're in, it is going to be uncomfortable on so many levels that you might as well get everything that you want to get in with your own life. You might as well throw it in the pot now and start working it and doing it and having fun with it and laughing at the incompetence that you have in certain areas. I laugh at me because even though I'm very competent in most areas, there are areas where I will just screw it up, you see, and I just laugh because I'm like, I totally messed that up. But the thing is that to be okay with it, because it's all a part of you and your expression, and it's just fine. Because why? You get a new morning, the sun comes up, a new day to create, and if it is a mess, you go ahead and clean it up and keep it on going. Keep it on going. You don't sit and dwell in disappointment unless that's just what you feel like doing, you see. All right, let's see. Uh-oh. Oh, she dropped out. Okay, she came back in. All right. Yeah. Physical presence. Yep. Poof. There it is. All right, you guys. Get your water. Let's get comfortable. And we're going to do our breathing together and seal it all in. The love that we are. The expansion. Radiating out. Remember, we are actual suns. S-U-N-S. Within these bodies. And so the divine current breathing activates that current. Activates that light. And it's not only healing within our own systems like organs and such, it's also permeating all the air with all of this love and beautiful light and substance, which provides a field that people all over the earth can participate in with their own consent, you see. They don't have to be told, hey, this is happening. There's a whole sensory system that we have that goes, something wonderful is happening. And I can't put my finger on it, but something wonderful is happening. So just know that we're not only serving ourselves, we are serving the entire population of inhabitants and the earth. We are. All right? That's the beauty of this. And that's why I still get up at 4:45. Well, actually, I get up before that because I'm ready at 4:45. All right, my dears. Let me drink and you drink too, okay? Because you see I'm dehydrated today. I love those suns, Catherine. Thank you, sunshine. I like it. All right, beautifuls, sweet beautifuls. I'm so glad we're here today, and I'm happy to be of service together with you. And you are being of service too. I hope you know. I hope you pat yourself on the back too for being of service in with yourself today. And every day, I hope you do. I hope you praise yourself. I hope you have fun and go, oh, you're so beautiful. Oh, this is a fun day. Oh, even though I tripped over my own feet, it was funny. Just do it. All right, here we go. Oh, she's working both sides. Look at that. All right, here we go. Nice and comfortable. Here we go. And here we are. And remember, when you're on your own, doing your own divine current breathing, and you're listening to your sound of your inhale and exhale, remember your main triggers for all that you are expanding, and I mean trigger phrases, are I am here and I exist. And then you just listen to the sound of the inhale and exhale, because you are directly listening to and participating with your own divinity. Okay, sweet beloveds? All right. Now, yes, it's now time for the I love yous. And it's one of my favorite parts. And let's just do it all together. All right, you ready? Because we got to sign on off. It's always my pleasure. Let me just make sure there's no extra little questions here. Yes, my dears. All right. Oh, look at all these cute emoticons. You guys find the best stuff, I swear. And we have like all this loving exchange that happens between us. All right, here we go. 3 times. And it's not only from me to you, it's from you to you and all that you are here. Okay? Here we go. I love you. I love you. I love you. It's my pleasure to be here. I'm proud of you for choosing you, and I will see you next time. And I forget to say this, make sure you guys like the pages and subscribe and do all that good yummy stuff too. I'll see you next time. I love you. All right.